On today's episode of things you probably haven't Googled before, the evolution of smartphones. Today we're exploring the fascinating evolution of mobile phones. Do you remember those clunky brick-like devices that came after the ring-up phone and landline? Probably not. How old are you again? Well, we've definitely come a long way since then. Nowadays we can do almost everything on our phones, from taking high-quality photos to scrolling TikTok for 3 hours. The possibilities are almost limitless. Almost. One of the biggest changes in the mobile phone industry has been the shift from physical keypads to touchscreens. No more fumbling around with tiny buttons. Now we can simply swipe and tap our way through our phone's features. But have you ever wondered why this change happened? No, really, have you? Have you taken a moment to step back and think, wow, touchscreens, amazing. Today we'll dive into the reasons behind this shift and discover how it revolutionized the way we use our phones. As we explore the evolution of mobile phones, we'll also take a trip down memory lane and talk about all the products that smartphones have replaced. All of them, every single one. It's a lot. Remember the days when we had to carry separate devices for our music players, cameras, and GPS? Probably not. With smartphones, all of those functionalities are combined into one sleek device. But with all this progress came a bittersweet realization. The demise of iconic phones such as the BlackBerry and the Palm. These devices, once the epitome of sophistication and innovation, have now been replaced by newer, more advanced models. So, let's dive into a bit of touchscreen history. Back in 1993, the first touchscreen mobile phone, the IBM Simon, made its debut. But it wasn't exactly a hit with the masses. It took almost 14 years for touchscreens to really catch on, and it wasn't until the release of the iPhone in 2007 that the world was truly introduced to the wonders of touchscreen technology. The iPhone was a game changer, and not just because they made it okay to sell phones without accessories. The iPhone offered a whole new way to interact with your phone. Goodbye to physical keypads. With just a simple touch of your finger, you could navigate through menus, type messages, and make calls. It was like magic. But why did we even need touchscreens in the first place? Well, as mobile phones got smarter and more advanced, we needed larger screens to display all that information. So get this. Touchscreens allowed phone manufacturers to increase the size of their screens without making the phones themselves any bigger. But then how does the touchscreen technology itself actually work? Ready for some science? Touchscreens are made from materials like copper or indium tin oxide that store electrical charges in an electrostatic grid of tiny wires, each smaller than a single human hair. When your finger touches the screen, some of the small electrical charges flow onto it. Sensitive detectors around the edge of the screen then detect which point on the screen has lost charge, allowing it to know which point has been touched. Basically, touchscreens only work because humans carry an electrical charge. We are comprised of atoms with positive and negative charges. That's also why touchscreens don't respond when you're wearing gloves, because they act as an insulator. With the development of the touchscreen, it became easier for you to read text, browse the internet, and watch videos all from the palm of your hand. They've really changed the game when it comes to technology. Gone are the days of carrying multiple devices like cameras, alarm clocks, and GPS systems because smartphones have essentially replaced them all. The convenience of having all these functions in one device is arguably what has made smartphones an indispensable tool for many people. Well, that and the endless wave of dopamine you get from staring at your screen, of course. But that's not all. Smartphones have also revolutionized the way we communicate. Forget about traditional phone calls and text messages. Now we have messaging apps like WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger that make communication even easier and more efficient. But let's not forget, as with any technological advancement, there are bound to be some casualties along the way. Like, say, the BlackBerry and Palm. They used to be major players in the mobile phone industry, but unfortunately they were unable to keep up with the rapid pace of innovation. The BlackBerry used to be the go-to phone for professionals with its physical keyboard and secure messaging capabilities. But as touchscreens became more popular, the BlackBerry lost its edge and eventually faded away. Palm, on the other hand, was one of the pioneers of the smartphone industry, but it was eventually overtaken by Apple and Android. While this may be a tragedy for the lost and forgotten, it's also proof that the world of technology is constantly evolving and we never know what new and exciting advancements are just around the corner. So, there's always something to be excited about. If you watched till the end and enjoyed this video, you're probably a nerd like myself and would like more of my content. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share with your network so you can see more of these videos. See you next time. Thanks.